This is Inventiv's SP100 Bluetooth shower speaker. Included with the speaker here are the instructions, the power cable, and of course the suction cup, which is on the bottom here. And this, included stuff leads me to my only issue with this speaker overall. The power cable that used for charging is a USB cable on one end, but uses a little DC connector on the other, as you can see there, as opposed to just a standard micro charging cable, which is pretty much standard with most devices these days. For me, and probably for others as well, this kind of limits you to using that specific cable, and if something happens to that cable, you're going to have to try to find a similar replacement cable instead of being able to just use any micro charging cable. I don't like that, and again, it's my one issue with this speaker overall. The speaker itself is a nice one, though. It has there's the port for the charging. It has a rubber cover there to keep it protected and closed. And then on the front, it has 5 buttons. There's the power button, the volume up, volume down buttons, play pause buttons, and the hang up answer button on the speaker. Charging time for the speaker for me took about 3 hours. The instructions say somewhere between 3 and 5. There's a red LED on the top that lights up indicating it's charging and turns blue when it's fully charged. Basically, to pair, you hold the power button down for a few seconds, which is right there. You hold that down for a few seconds until the LED flashes red and blue. I paired this with my, a Galaxy S4 Android phone. I had no issues with pairing it. It's quick and easy. It actually comes up with something like SP100 in the device list, and it paired quickly. And the overall battery life is pretty decent at about 6 hours of playing time with this speaker, although you may get a little bit more. And again, all the buttons here are pretty nicely sized and spaced well, so they're easy to hit when you need to touch whatever button you need to deal with. There's a microphone on the device as well, which I'm assuming is part of this grid work, or these portholes that are underneath the speaker. And the suction cup, as you can see, I'm going to push it down here. It's pretty strong. I'm moving the table. It's pretty strong and holds pretty well on most surfaces. I initially tested this with several phone calls, and the calls were clear and understandable on both ends. And this microphone is actually better on this shower speaker than others I've tried. Other shower speakers I've tried kind of sometimes tended to sound muffled due to, of course, it trying to make, the manufacturer's trying to make this as water resistant as possible. But this one actually sounded pretty clear. Music-wise, I was impressed with the sound of the speaker for its size. The music was pretty clear, has a decent amount of bass. Considering it's a small shower speaker, it's actually pretty loud. But in a good way, and not, badly distorted or anything like that. It's fairly clear sounding speaker. The Bluetooth range of this was good. And the speaker worked without interruption for as far as I could walk from my phone on one side of my home to the other, and I didn't get any interruption. So the Bluetooth range is really good with this speaker. Now, although this speaker says it's waterproof, that usually kind of means it's water resistant with most of these speakers and not waterproof. And the reason I say that, of course, is because of the openings on the bottom of the speaker, which means it wouldn't be able to handle being dunked in water, in a pool of water, but should handle being rained on or splashed on while in the shower pretty well. And I did test this by splashing water on the speaker, and it powered up and played just as it did before I tried that. And again, keep in mind when you're placing this speaker in wet areas to put it in a spot that may get splashed but not have water directly flowing over it, because again, I don't think the openings in the back would allow that to continue to function. And overall, this is a nice sounding speaker. It has good range. It works well with phone calls. It holds up to being splash. It sounds nice music wise. And again, my only issue with really the speaker is the proprietary cable that it uses as opposed to the standard micro charging cable. And for that, I give it 4.5 stars. I want to quickly add to my review here, as a lot of people sometimes ask about playing the speaker. I normally don't do that because I have just a basic webcam, and really it wouldn't give the sound through the microphone on the webcam that would truly represent what this speaker sounds like. But it is a nice sounding speaker overall.